And I thought with their power supply knocked out, they'd be delayed indefinitely.
And so did I. But we didn't figure they could get a temporary hookup to the Border City transformer lines.
Well, what are the chances of finishing your counter-radar device before they get their power hookup?
None.
Well, if their first tests are a success, then we're out of business.
That is, if they make those tests.
I don't see how we can stop them.
By hitting at the same vital point. Electric power.
I'll show you what the setup is. Sands and Malloy are in the field mining the towers of the high-tension line controlled by this switch. The explosives will be set off by reversing the current from a generator truck.
I get the idea. They've got to connect with the high-tension wires to complete the circuit.
Right. That's why you'll be at this end with the walkie-talkie. I'll call you from the towers when I want you to turn the power on and off.
Won't there be a lot of complaints to the power company?
There might be, but the current will only be off for a few minutes at a time. The whole operation shouldn't take more than an hour.
I got it.
Okay, I'll call you from the field in a few minutes.
Right.
Only 3 more to go. All right, go on up and get ready to make the connection. I'll call Lentz.
There. It's all hooked up. Want to give it a try?
Sure. Maybe we can pick up the mail plane to Border City. It's due in about 15 minutes. Clear as a bell. Location and direction right on the nose. Want to take a look?
Okay, Lenz. Turn off the power.
Right, Rico.
It went dead.
That's funny. It was working so well, too.
Maybe it's one of the connecting switches.
Okay, Rico, all set.
Lenz? All right, throw the switch back on.
Switch on.
Well, that proves it can't be the wiring.
I wonder whether it might not be an overload on the temporary power hookup.
Well, there's one way to find out. I'll ride over to the substation and check the circuits with Miller.
All right, Chris.
Where's Miller?
Miller? Why, he's sick. I was sent over to take his place for the day. Anything I can do for you?
I'm Calvert at Keystone Radar. There seems to be something wrong with the temporary cut-in we have through here.
Oh, yes, well, it must be on account of the storm up north last night. There's a crew in the field checking on it right now.
It's funny we didn't get a report on it.
Well, the company didn't think it was that important. It'll all be fixed in another hour.
Good. business you got here, cowards?
What's this all about, Miller?
They're fixing to blow up the transmitter towers that you're hooked into.
Well, what do they want a man here for?
To switch the power on and off while they make connections.
Now I see what was wrong with our radar.
They were talking over this to make contact. Listen, Miller, you follow their instructions as though nothing had happened. I'm going to try to get out there before they do any damage.
This is the final connection.
What happens now?
When I reverse the current from the generator in the truck, that'll send a charge through the wires we've strung down to the explosives at the base of the towers, starting with the first one we set.
You think it'll work?
Watch that glass indicator. When it starts to burn out, we better get out of here in a hurry.
Stand where you are. Chris Calvert calling Manuel Agura.
This is Manuel speaking. Go ahead, Chris.
Truck with license number U8773 heading for the border. Send out an emergency alarm. Tell them to cover all traffic heading south. I'll see you later.
Right. I'll notify them immediately. Border Patrol, attention. Attention, Border Patrol.
Step out for identification, please.
Hey, that's him, all right. Take those glasses off and we'll discuss this fake identification.
I don't know what you're talking about. My name is Michael Gomez.
He's one of Baroda's men. I saw him at the towers.
So you thought Baroda let one of his men be trapped?
Stay with the trooper.
The whole thing was working like a charm when...
I know. Calvert interfered. It seems like every move we make, he's always on the spot. And now he's got Sands a prisoner.
It's unfortunate for Sands. Why should you worry about someone who means so little to you?
He can mean a lot to the authorities, though. He knows that I am building this counter-radar weapon. And that's something that must remain an absolute secret. You understand the importance of the surprise element in this undertaking?
Of course. And you're afraid that Sands might be forced to talk.
Forced, bribed, tricked. How do I know how they'll do it? The only thing is, you've got to make sure it isn't done.
Even if it means eliminating him?
As you said before, he means very little to me.
And that was Baroda's order. He doesn't care what we do, so long as Sands doesn't talk.
Hello? Rico? This is Sands. It's Sands. They've got him at the radar station. They're going to turn him over to the feds in San Diego.
Tell him not to worry. They won't get that far with him.
Listen, Sands, sit tight. We'll spring you in no time.
Sure. Okay.
How do you figure on springing him?
I don't.
You just told me to tell him that...
Use your head, Rico. Do you think Sands got to use that phone by accident?
I don't get it.
I think it was a plant. Calvert wanted him to use that phone. In that way, they could trace the number.
Oh. You've got something there. Well, what are we going to do about it?
Well, since Calvert is so anxious to find us, we'll oblige him. But we've got to work fast. Now, this is the plan.
Thanks for making that phone call, Sands. We hoped you'd fall for the bait when we left you alone with it. We traced that call where we should find some of your friends. If you want to make any more calls, just ask Manuel. He'll be glad to help.
Ready for the test. Call me right back.
Okay.
It worked fine. I'll set it now and call you by radio when Calvert gets here.
Fine.
I'd better go and take a look around. You stay here and keep your pretty little eyes open. If anything happens, just blow the horn.
All right, but I don't like it. Good luck, Chris.
Don't worry.
Rico speaking.
Go ahead.
Stand by. Calvert's about to go into the house.
All right, Rico. Get out of there.
It's Joan Hughes. I've got her under control now. Stand by. We got here just in time to see our friends splattered all over the country. Okay, he's in the house.
All right, Rico. Get out of there.
It's Joan Hughes. I've got her under control now. Stand by. We got here just in time to see our friends splattered all over the country. Okay, he's in the house.
Agents of several foreign countries have already contacted me for information on the counter-radar weapon.
That's encouraging, but what promises can we make when the chances of stopping the Keystone demonstration are practically nil?
Nitra, we've been in this too long to be so easily discouraged.
I merely stated what I thought was a fact.
All right. So we know the odds against us. Does that mean that we are helpless and have to give in so easily?
It's just that I don't see a way out.
But I do. And it's a plan that involves the complete destruction of the Keystone radar station.
That's a big plan.
And one that bears an interesting element of surprise. The first thing you'll do is this. You'll have Rico cross the border with a couple of men. They'll start to work at this point. It's near the entrance to...
This work chart indicates how far we've advanced in linking together the nation's first 3 radar stations. Now, the only unfinished business is the actual hookup phase.
Then we'll soon be ready for the official test demonstration.
Yes, barring accidents.
Is there reason to expect any?
I don't know. Lately, it's been altogether too quiet around here.
Well, don't you think it might be because of the extra guards? Baroda's agents haven't dared try anything.
Well, I hope that's the reason. We've reached a critical point in our work. From here on in, we can't be too cautious. Let's see what we can pick up.
Calling Chris Calvert. Calling Chris Calvert. Calling Chris Calvert.
Chris Calvert, come in.
This is Manuel speaking. Rico just shot his way through a patrol and escaped.
Where?
Not far from you in the Azuma area, heading north in a station wagon. I spread an emergency dragnet.
Good. I'll join the manhunt. Well, looks like that quiet I talked about is finished. See you soon, I hope.
Be careful, Chris.
That's enough, boys.
How does it look?
Well, it looks like we've done enough. We should be right under the radar station.
Only they don't know about it up there.
They'll know plenty before we're finished. Unpack the box. Handle it carefully. That's nitro.
It's too bad Rico escaped. But I'm sure Baroda hasn't given up. And I'm equally sure that Rico fits in with Baroda's plans, whatever they are.
Don't be so pessimistic. You can't do very much now that we have the area so well guarded.
Hello, Joe.
Hello, Manuel.
Hiya, Chris.
Hi, Manuel. Take a load off your feet. You look tired.
Who wouldn't be, after searching every corner from here to the border for that Rico?
Any clues?
It's as though the earth swallowed him up, station wagon and all.
Maybe it has.
I hope so.
Chris, come here a minute.
What's the matter?
Oh, I don't know. This is very peculiar. Take a look at this baseline and tell me whether I'm seeing things. It seems to slant off to the right.
Yes, it does slant. But it doesn't seem to be too bad.
For the old type of set, it wouldn't be. With this ultra-wave equipment, a declination like that would make our readings completely haywire.
Could it be a loose antenna rig?
No. The shift is caused by something in the foundation of the set.
There might have been a slight earthquake. Check by phone with the physics department at the Technical University. Joan and I will look over the equipment.
thank you for the information.
What they have to say?
The university claims they have not recorded any earth tremors on this seismograph in several weeks.
Well, it isn't black magic. Somewhere in this area, something has happened that must have affected the foundation.
We have a detailed map on the surrounding country. Suppose we have a look at that.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anything here. Except possibly this mine shaft.
Del Oro Mine, abandoned 1923. Why, that's less than a mile from here. Suppose some of the old tunnel shorings collapsed in a place like that.
Well, if the tunneling ran close enough to us, it could very well affect the foundation of the building.
Oh, we'll soon find out. Come on, Manuel. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Ready. We got just 5 minutes to get out of here before she blows.
Well, Mr. Rico, fancy meeting you here. What have you been up to?
I'll tell you all about it when we find our way out of here.
This is the last report from our Eastern agent. Chris Calvert and Joan Hughes arrived in Washington late last night.
Probably to report their success to Lord, the head of the Radar Research Bureau. And to arrange a demonstration.
Of course.
Sometimes I don't understand you. All of your work on the counter-radar device is on the verge of going up in smoke, and you're so unconcerned.
That's not so, Nitra. I am concerned, very much concerned, especially now there's only a few more days left for me to finish my work.
Well, have you any guarantee that the radar demonstration will be held back at your convenience?
Not unless we make the proper arrangements.
Despite our trials and tribulations and the fact that we're a month late, you will finally get a full report from Joan on our success in setting up the Keystone radar station.
This will be quite a credit for both of you.
If it works, I'm still keeping my fingers crossed until the ultra-wave radar is seen in operation.
I don't suppose Baroda's activity is let up.
Not since the moment I left your office, that night you gave me the dispatch case with my instructions. If you remember, there was a car waiting.
Following us. Better let me take care of the briefcase.
Can you identify yourself?
Give me that briefcase.
Hughes?
Keep your hands off of me.
Relax. Does this mean anything to you?
Why, of course. Then you're Chris Calvert. And you can't imagine what a relief it was to see the other half of that badge.
You know, it's difficult to believe that Baroda could know so much about our plans.
Well, apparently his agents are at work day and night. Just listen to what happened to us about 3 days after we arrived. We were working on the radar unit when there was a knock.
Here, I'll get it.
Good morning. May I come in?
Just what is it you want?
Well, I'm Emma Perkins, and I sell rural encyclopedias.
Oh, I don't mean to appear rude, Miss Perkins, but I don't think...
But it won't cost you a cent. It's absolutely free for 1 month while you look it over.
I don't think there would be...
But it wouldn't hurt you none to leave it here, and it would help me.
Very well, then.
Thank you so much. I'll see you in 30 days, then.
Goodbye.
Who was that, Joan?
Some poor woman selling encyclopedias.
Oh, that's strange. Way out here in this wilderness?
Who knows? Maybe that's where you're supposed to sell them.
Do you smell anything?
It smells like acid fumes.
Dutch, bring the car around fast.
Let's get some air in here, quick.
I'll open the door.
What happened?
They got away with Joan. Notify the police. Tell them to block all roads and be on the lookout for that car. I'm going after them.
All right.
Head for the garage hideout in town. Slow down a little.
Fortunately, I was able to get out of the car before it crashed.
And did you ever find out who the book sales lady was?
That was Nitra. And through her, I met Baroda face to face. They injected Morphetol in my arm and sent me to rifle the files at the station.
I managed to pick up Rico's trail that led to a garage. She's all ready. Stand where you are. Experience, we managed to keep you somewhat better informed of our day-to-day activities.
Yes, those reports helped us to more clearly understand Baroda's objective. And only the successful creation of the radar ring will rid us of him and his kind.
Well, we're ready to give a demonstration of the ultra-wave radar whenever you give the word.
I've already given it. Arrangements have been made for the executive committee to leave day after tomorrow.
Oh, thank you so much for your confidence, Mr. Lord.
That confidence was certainly not misplaced.
Well, we'd better get started. I have to make arrangements for the plane to be ready at Terminal Airport.
It's all fixed. Just enough to get him up about 5,000 feet and then drop him like a hot potato.
Good.
It sure feels good to be on the last lap to Keystone.
After what's happened in between, I have to pinch myself to make sure this isn't a dream. What's wrong, Chris?
I don't know. It's either the ignition or the gas line.
Well, they wouldn't let us take off without a check.
That's right. The gas tank's register's nearly full.
What's wrong, Chris?
I don't know. It's either the ignition or the gas line.
He wouldn't let us take off without a check.
That's right. The gas tank's register's nearly full. I can't get her out of the dive. Get into your chute.
Because of this failure, the Executive Committee of the Radar Bureau will be able to witness a demonstration of the Keystone Station within the next few days.
I don't see what difference that makes once you finish your radar weapon.
Makes all the difference in the world. The whole idea was to delay them so that I could show the foreign powers the effectiveness of my weapon against all the radar research developments in this country.
Well, wasn't there some shortcut you had in mind to finish the neutralizer? I seem to recall something.
You're probably thinking of the solenoid coil.
That's it.
If I had that, I could finish this job in 24 hours.
Well, how do we get it?
It's kept in Bacon's Chemical Company. But we'll need Calvert's credentials to get it out.
Oh, hi, Chris.
How are you, Joan?
I'm a tired girl.
After tomorrow, you'll have time to rest up.
We hope.
Nothing wrong, is there?
No, so far so good.
Let's hurry up the scope test and I'll buy you some lunch.
Good deal. It's funny. I wonder what's causing it to fade.
Looks like there's something wrong with the positron output.
Connect that output selector for me, will you, Chris? I can't understand it. There seems to be a power leak in the XB6 transformer unit.
XB6. That's the unit on Barrows Road. Look, I'll take a run over and make a quick check. Shouldn't take long.
I hope it's nothing serious.
Glad you made such good time. Now, you're not going to like this idea, but I've got to have your credentials. Set him down, tie him up. I'm going to the Bacon Chemical Company with Nitra. You boys stay here, keep your eyes on them until we get back.
Manuel, come here quickly.
What's the matter?
Something went haywire with one of our transformer units. Chris went down to see what the trouble was. Now look at these flashes coming over the detector.
That's international code. R-Y. Hurry. O-U-B-L-E. Trouble. Hurry, trouble. Where is it?
The XB6 unit on Barrows Road.
Stay here. I'll find out what it is. Stand where you are.
All I know is that Rico's headed for the Bacon Chemical Company. And that's where they're making the filament for our solenoid coil. Let's get right over there.
Take care of the chemist?
Yeah, he won't do any talking for a long time.
Good. Get in.
There they are.
Get out of here. Make a break for it, through there. I'm out of shells.
So am I.